In today's video, I am going to teach you how to open Excel workbook files. If you have ever downloaded a spreadsheet from the internet, received a file through email, or saved one on your computer, you might have noticed it comes as a workbook file. In Excel, a workbook is the file that typically ends in .xls or .xls. The good news is that opening it is quick, especially once you know where to look inside Excel. To begin, open Microsoft Excel on your computer. When Excel is ready, you will see the main window with an area at the top where menus and tools are located. Now, focus on the top left corner of the window. You should see a tab labeled File. Click the File tab in the top left corner of the window. This is an important step because it takes you out of the worksheet view and into the Backstage area where you can manage files. If you waafd, gestaben doand, eva dozeneinad, mimil funkelbeidershive. If the Ming intans the traprin vatas. Instead of working directly on a spreadsheet, you will see options related to opening, saving, and organizing your documents. This is where Excel helps you locate the exact workbook you want. Take a moment to look for the part of the screen that mentions recent files. Many versions of Excel show a list of recently used workbooks right at this stage. Next, you will want to open your workbook by checking the Recent list. Look for the section that says Recent, or something very similar depending on your version. You may also see a grid or list of file names, each representing a workbook you opened before. This makes it faster because you may not need to search your folders. Now, click your file on that Recent list. Choose the exact workbook you want to open. If the file name is visible, make sure you pick the correct one so that you are working on the correct data. As you select your file from the Recent list, give it a moment to load. Excel will then open the workbook and display its sheets and data. This step matters because it confirms you are opening the correct workbook, not just another recent file. Once the workbook appears, you can scroll through the worksheets, review the content, and start working with the spreadsheet. If your file does not appear in the Recent list, you can still use the same file area you opened earlier to access it another way. But for this tutorial, we are focusing on the method using your recent files. So, as long as your workbook shows up there, clicking it will be the fastest route to get started. Pay attention to how Excel behaves when it opens the workbook. If there are multiple sheets, you will usually see tabs at the bottom or along the side, depending on your layout. When the workbook is open, check that the spreadsheet content matches what you expected. Look for the title of the file, the worksheet names, and any key values or headings that you recognize. This helps confirm that the correct file opened successfully. If you see the workbook exactly as you anticipated, you are ready to read, edit, or save changes. And that is the main process. You click the File tab in the top left corner to switch to the File Management view. Then you select your workbook from the Recent section so Excel can open it immediately. That covers everything you need to know.